Hello, here we are for round one. We are on the draw and we are going to keep this hand. We're going to wish our opponent good luck and we're going to keep and off we go. It doesn't really matter what land we played here since we don't have any double green cards and we don't have any double white cards in our hands, so we're just going to lead off with this forest because that's what we have most of. And pass the turn now. Here it's pretty simple, we're just going to slam down this bronze sable. Now the problem with this undergrowth scavenger is that sometimes he can be a little bit hard to get big, especially if there's no creature combat happening. So now we're just going to jam in here and play the Preeminent Captain. Now it would have been nice to play the Preeminent Captain with Gather Courage up, but I think maintaining a good curve, especially against a deck that may have a lot of big creatures, is going to be important. And we are just flooding out. I'm going to attack in here and then Gather Courage, assuming he chooses to block. Do I want to use the ability? No. Let's see what he does. And he's decided not to block, which is great for us, but maybe not so much for him because he's now on 14. So we're going to pass the turn. And he is going to hunt the weak. I love 2-for-1s. Such value. He's going to go up to a 3-4. This is going to become a 4-4, and we're going to eat his spider. This is probably why he didn't block last turn. Either way, I am really happy with that. Now, unless, of course, he's got his own Gather Courage, in which case I'm a sad panda. He does. Dang! And our 2-for-1 has just become a 2-for-2. And he gets to hit for 5. Bit painful. Oh, he's going to go to 12, and then we're going to go to 12. We're going to play a Pride Mate. I think at this point it's just a straight damage race, although he's being red green, he's going to probably have a lot more high end. So he's decided to stop attacking, which is fantastic for us. So we're going to play this Sadia Wayfinder, hopefully put like 4 creatures in the graveyard. 3 and our best creature. Oh, a bit painful. But, you know, these things happen. So now we have a 4/4 Undergrowth Scavenger, and I'm not prepared to drop him. 4/4 is still quite vulnerable to cards like Blast Firebolt, which I think is acceptable in Sealed. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to try and block this Netcaster Spider, and if he tries to blow us out with a combat trick, we're going to end up with at least a 6/6 Undergrowth Scavenger. And here comes... yuck. Here comes Solar Phyrexia. And of course he's not going to attack into that, he wants to wait until he has the indestructibility. Better lucky than good, right? That's probably the one weakness to Solar Phyrexia, is that every deck basically has an answer to it. I mean, sure, he's going to attack into us and probably activate this from the graveyard, but we'll see what happens. Now, playing lots of Runeclaw Bears is good news for us. It means he is running out of cards in his hand, and that means there's less combat tricks for us to worry about. Of course, when you are flooding, there's not much you can do about it, unfortunately. So we're just waiting for him to play a land or something, just attack, and then we're going to jam all these creatures in, and then we're going to end up with a gigantic Undergrowth Scavenger. Yep, Invasive Species comes in, picks up the Runeclaw Bear, or a land. Yeah, Runeclaw Bear, because you just recast him. You're not attacking anyway. I just can't wait to draw my Ajani, play it, and all of a sudden it's like... because once our Undergrowth Scavenger gets big enough, he hasn't got any option. There's no... unless he like starts burning multiple removal spells on it. He is probably going to be Soul of New Phyrexiaing at some point. And we're going to make him... he's going to get 2 creatures regardless, so we might as well feed him the junk ones. Okay, he's let the Sables trade for the Spider. Interesting decision. I don't know if I would have done that, but we'll see what happens. He might even have his own Undergrowth Scavenger. He is in green after all. Or he just has straight nothing. And then we draw a flyer, which is great for the turn after we kill his... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is... 8, 8 is going to be plenty big. Alright, what you got, Daddy-O? So the reason why he probably hasn't busted his Solar New Phyrexia yet is he probably has a restock? Which I think is exactly what he's cast. Oh, no. Siege Worm. My Siege Worm is... or my Scavenger is bigger than your Siege Worm. Now, he can still trade 2 for 1. But he's on 10, so I think we're just going to sit back and just peck at him with the Razorfoot Griffin. Although, it wouldn't surprise me if he has a Plummet. Plummet is probably main deckable in this format. So it looks like we're both flooded out pretty hard. I've got 10 mana, he's got 9. I have 1 more in hand, so I actually have 11. He probably has a couple more land in his hand. Otherwise, this is going to be scary because that means he has 3 spells. Although, if he's not played things for a few turns, well, there's another land, so he's on 10 as well. Probably has a land in his hand. Now, if he attacks with the Siege Worm here, that's a 5/5 attacking into my 8/8. I'm probably going to stick the Cedar Wayfinder in front of the Siege Worm as well, so that if he happens to have a giant, a Titanic Growth, we are still able to trade off. And that is quite possibly one of the best draws we could have had, because Sunblade Elf, with this board, is going to be a 2-turn clock with the Razorfoot Griffin. So, and it's a matter of attacking twice with the Razorfoot Griffin. And sitting back on defense. We've got him on 4, which is 1 attack, so we don't need to make any risky attacks to try and finish him off this turn. I mean, I don't think there's going to be anything that will completely destroy us in a single turn, but, you know, stranger things have happened. And great, we win game 1. So we're going to go to sideboarding. I don't think there's anything I want to sideboard here. I mean, we saw the Solar New Phyrexia, but we have the Naturalize for that. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that... we actually have the Pillar of Light, which is excellent against the Solar New Phyrexia because he exiles it straight away. I think we're going to cut a Bronze Kitty for that. And we're going to submit and run it back. I will see you for round 1, game 2.